Another important health and wellness development this past year has been a one-of-a-kind program called Learn to Try. It was begun last fall after the school system signed a partnership agreement with the Columbia Triathlon Association. Columbia Triathlon Association Director Rob Vigorino and Board of Education member Ellen Flynn Giles signed the partnership agreement in the Wild Lake Middle School gym. This past school year, the objective was to start the Learn to Try program as a pilot at 6 county schools, 2 elementary, 2 middles, and 2 high schools. It introduced the students, including those with disabilities, to the 3 triathlon sports: swimming, biking, and running. While triathlons themselves can be grueling endurance events, the Learn to Try program has been more focused on keeping the experience fun and suited to the students' ages and fitness levels.
Triathlon is very conscious and for every age level. So a 7- and 8-year-old only swims 50 yards, rides 2 miles, runs a half a mile. It's all age appropriate.
When I visited one of this year's pilot schools, Hammond Elementary, I found physical education teacher Susie Serpico teaching her 4th grade students biking and running skills.
I want you to slowly put your feet to a stop, straddle, bring the bikes to the center, quickly take your helmet off.
The students were using bikes and helmets donated by Trek Bicycles, and Serpico soon lined them up for what's called a duathlon, a competition that includes biking and running.
Wait, 2 minutes of jogging, go, 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 quick. Oh, that's okay.
Serpico is a seasoned triathlon competitor herself who has recently gone pro, so her students have been inspired by her example. She shows the students how to check their heart rate after an exercise and says the students like the idea of improving their health.
It's something new, something different, something exciting. That is a big thing to them. But what I think the big advantage is, it's something that these kids can do outside of PE. You only need yourself, you only need a bike, you only need a pair of running shoes, a pool. So it's something that they can take from in the school and take it out into the community. They can do it with their family, they can do it with their friends. To me, I think that that is the lifelong skill that they can do it now and carry it over to when they're adult.
Serpico's students echo her enthusiasm and plan to continue their training in the summer.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do maybe 1 or 2 triathlons, and I'm going to keep on running outside and playing with my friends.
I might do a triathlon, and I'm going to bike a lot during the summer. Kids can ride bikes and run, and which is a good opportunity to get in shape. And if you don't have a bike at home, it's a good opportunity to learn how to ride a bike.
When the Learn to Try students are taken to the Columbia Association Swim Center, as these Wild Lake Middle School students were earlier in the year, a few may have trouble just getting into the pool, but they soon begin learning how to swim, including those who are disabled. The students who do know how to swim are taught how to improve their strokes and kicking techniques. A listing of the day's workouts is posted, and much like a swim team, these middle schoolers use kickboards and swim multiple laps. Most of the instructors are volunteers, led by Sue Mangan, who is also the coach for the Columbia Association's Master Swim classes. She says the program has been nothing but positive for the students.
The positive is we've provided instruction about the sport triathlon. We've been able to provide some lesson instruction to some kids who could use a little lesson instruction and never had an opportunity for it. And we've been able to provide some safety skills for kids who had absolutely nothing. So there are no negatives to this program at all.
In addition to the 6 pilot schools in this first-of-a-kind Learn to Try physical education program, Folly Quarter Middle School was added this past spring. In the fall, 7 more schools will be included, making the total number of Howard County schools in the Learn to Try program next school year 14 in all. Over the summer, there will also be a Learn to Try summer camp and a kids triathlon event for 7 to 15-year-olds. Parents can find out more about these events and sign up at the Columbia Triathlon Association's website.